What's up, everyone? Welcome once again to the channel. Today, I have the honor and the absolute pleasure to be here with our Mr. International Nigeria, Bethel Mbamara. Did I get that right?
You didn't get it right.
Thank you so much. How are you doing, Bethel?
I'm doing very well. How are you doing?
Great. I'm excited to be here with you and to catch up on this conversation. I know that there's a lot going on your road to Mr. International, so I think that we're going to have a fun conversation today.
Same.
So let me know, you actually just arrived in Thailand, right?
Yes, there you
How was
go.
that experience?
It was amazing. Ever since I stepped on the land of Thailand from the airport, it's been
Yes.
amazing. The view, the people. It's really,
Very
really, really
nice.
nice.
Is it your first time in Thailand?
My first time.
Oh, that's gonna be good. It's gonna be exciting because I know that with Mr. International, you guys will get to explore a lot, try different things. So I think you're in for a
Yeah,
good run.
yeah.
Listen, in just a couple of days, the whole adventure for Mr. International will unfold. So we'll get to see you in motion and a lot of different things. But as of right now, there's still a lot of people from all over the world who are getting to know you, right?
Yeah.
So, in a nutshell, who would you say that Bethel is? How would you introduce yourself?
Okay, I'm Bethel Mbamara, the reigning Mr. International Nigeria. I'm a fashion model and I'm also a law student currently studying at the River State University in Port Harcourt City. And apart from all of these, I'm also the founder of the Rising Kings Initiative, a boy child inspired initiative set to empower, advocate, and inspire the young boys in the society. I come from a family of eight where we have learned more on togetherness, oneness, and living together in harmony. I come from a very large family, so yeah, that's pretty much about me.
That's very nice. The goal with this entire thing is to touch on different aspects of your personality, who you are, and just get to know you, get people to know you better ahead of Mr. International. So let's imagine for a moment, right? Because right now you are in like pageant king mode and you are preparing for Mr. International. So when there are no cameras, there's no people around, who is Bethel? Like, what's your go-to like hobby or just what do you like to do on your free time?
Apart from when I'm working, when I'm on set, when I'm just working, I usually use my time to read. I read a lot as a law student. This is something that's really important. I also use my free time to meditate, know if I'm taking the right direction in life, know if I'm making any meaningful growth, whether I'm achieving my purpose in life.
Awesome. That's very, very good. Good answer. I had a question for you because you mentioned a couple of times already now that you are a fashion model, you are in the fashion industry as well, not just in pageantry, right? So I would like to ask maybe what's your perception when it comes to the main differences between fashion and pageantry?
Fashion is just all about, selling outfits, selling clothes, modeling. That's all fashion is all about, beauty, beauty. I'm also saying that pageantry is also, about beauty, beauty, but pageantry is all about, personality, showing the people who you are, showing them the real you. You understand?
Hmm.
So, as someone new into pageantry or as a fashion model, I didn't really know much about pageantry and all of that. But stepping into the national stage for my national competition, Masters of Nigeria, I was able to, get acquainted and get educated about pageantry. And, I've been able to mix the two and I'm still real growth. I'm really happy and excited about everything.
Yeah. Was there like a time where you felt like it takes like it's like a little bit of a learning curve when you go from like fashion model to like pageant
Yeah.
boy? How was that for you?
No, first of all, most people, because of as a fashion model, we don't
Yeah.
really do all the smiling, showing
Hmm.
personality. I always looked unapproachable. You get?
Yeah.
I
Yes.
always looked unapproachable. I looked like someone who was rude or who had pride. But when I saw that pageantry was all about smiling and showing personality,
Yes.
that was actually a learning curve for me, and I'm excited I was able to come out of my shell and show myself.
Absolutely. Well, I think that you hit it right on the nail, because pageantry, it's all about showcasing your personality, and it's also a huge platform for you to care for others and
Yeah.
use your voice as well. Okay, thank you very much for those amazing answers so far. I want to ask you a little bit about Nigeria, okay? Because I know that Nigeria as a country has so much to offer, so much beauty, so much grace in terms of like even fashion. There's so much diversity in the country. So, what are some of the aspects of Nigeria that you would like to present on the stage of Mr. International?
Coming from Nigeria, Nigeria is a very beautiful country. I'm actually amazed why, there are not much tourists in Nigeria, to explore the beautiful land. Have you visited Nigeria before?
Not yet, but it's on my bucket list.
When you come to Nigeria, you will see that Nigeria is actually a very beautiful country. We have so many tourist attractions, so many different cities. I feel like we need to look into all of that, to invite more people into the country. Nigerians are also known for their resilience people. They are people who are very hardworking, who try to, rise above all odds and be better versions of themselves. As one thing I know about my country. Take a look at Mr. International. The reigning Mr. International is from Nigeria, to show you that you are a resilient and hardworking people who put in the effort. And I have put in the effort to be on the stage. So really excited for the journey.
Yes, I can only imagine. So, okay, I'm gonna follow up on that because I really like this aspect you're mentioning about the beauty of Nigeria and all of the incredible things that it has to offer. So, the same way that when you are a fashion model, let's say you are kind of an ambassador for the designer that you're collaborating with or that you're working with, when you are a pageant king, you are technically an ambassador for your country. So, what are some of the things that you would like to highlight of Nigeria, or do you feel any pressure when it comes to representing Nigeria fairly on the international stage?
Okay, I would not call it pressure. Yeah, I'm here to expand history, to write my own story, to leave behind my own legacy, to open the door as the reigning king, Mr. International, did. I plan to open the door for more of my brothers to walk through, leave it wider open, represent my own great country.
Right?
Yeah.
I can only imagine how you have prepared for this moment. So pressure shouldn't be part of the equation. Maybe desire to make people back at home feel proud of you, but not necessarily pressured. Right?
Yeah.
So you've been talking about your preparation and how you have been, gathering yourself for the international stage. So can you walk me a little bit into what does the preparation of a Mr. International Nigeria look like?
Ever since I won this title, Mr. International Nigeria, from my national stage, Masters of Nigeria, I have worked hard. I have put in the effort. I have traveled to different cities in my country. I have met amazing people. My team has been lovely. They have supported me in every way possible. I have met different coaches who have, tried to teach me, build my communication skills, and I have been preparing. I've been putting my life into all of this. You understand me? So, I'm really, really, really excited. I keep saying I'm excited. I'm really excited for the journey.
We can tell. That's very good. That's good. That's the right spirit to have, the right mindset. Okay, so tell me a little bit also about your background in law. So when it comes to your studies and all of the things that have been going on that end, how do you balance such a demanding career with modeling, with pageantry? How do you do it?
Everything is about passion. Once you have passion for something, you always find a way to do it. You always find a way to create a balance. From growing up, my dad being a lawyer, I always wanted to use my voice for what is right. It was all about justice, and this is something I have been passionate all about. And also modeling, I want to inspire people and inspiration. When you are passionate about something, you always find a way around it. You always find a way to succeed. And I've been able to create a balance, making sure that my studies, I always draw up the right schedule, making sure that once it's time for study, I study, nothing is distracting me. Yeah. When it's time to be on set, when it's time for shoots, I make sure that I'm focused on this, and it's all about creating the right balance.
Awesome. Do you think that your law background will come handy at any point during the competition?
It has already started coming in handy. I've been able to pursue my dream and use my voice for what is right.
Absolutely. Wow, that's perfect. And that also makes you like a very eloquent speaker, right? So I think this might be helpful during the Q&A especially. And
Yes,
the closed door
exactly.
interviews also, right?
Yeah, law helps you to build on your communication skills and
Mhm.
your daily to day interaction with people.
Yes, for sure. Okay, now I want to pick your brain a little bit when it comes to the Mr. International competition or pageant, right? There are different brackets to the competition. The physical preparation, there's the mental preparation, there's the communication skills. How important do you think is each one of these brackets, or do you prioritize one over the other? What's the approach?
I don't prioritize one. I always try to, create the right balance. I'm someone
Mhm.
who is enthusiastic about health. I take my health serious. I always visit the gym regularly, and this is something that deeply resonates with me. I have been doing this since a very young age. I have visited so many coaches, just to be able to communicate with people properly,
Yeah.
prepared myself in various aspects. I said before, I've visited so many different cities in my country just to prepare for Mr. International, and I believe I'm someone who is deserving to win this title.
I can tell you're in the right place at the right time. So I hope that the stars will align during the Mr. International experience for you. A big part of a competition such as Mr. International is also inspiring the youth and young men from all over the world who are looking up to you. What would you say are some of your most redeemable qualities that you would like to teach to the younger ones?
Okay, I see myself as someone who is confident. I
Hmm?
see myself as someone who is respectful. I see myself as someone who is responsible and humble. And these are areas that young people in our society, they need to look at these areas to be able to succeed in life, to be able to grow in life. You need to look at these areas. I feel like, or I believe that every person looking up to me should look at these areas of their lives and try and better themselves.
At the end of the day, what we're trying to say also is the men who join the Mr. International pageant, they're trying to be role models to the youth.
Yeah,
So do you think that role models are very important in the life of the younger generation?
it's very important to have role model in life.
Mhm.
Look at me, to achieve this feat, to be able to represent my country. Of course, I do have role models who have inspired me, pushed me past my limits, pushed me past my boundary. My national director, Mr. Emmanuel Somto, he has competed before in one of the international pageants and has pushed me beyond my limit, has inspired me. Same thing with the reigning Mr. International, King Samuel. Anytime I look at the feat he has achieved, something that was thought impossible, he made sure that he was able to achieve it and prove to the whole world that it was possible. I see this as an inspiration, and it has pushed me past my limits to do more to myself or also in my society.
I'm just very happy to see that you have this mindset and also that you have role models that are around you, not only that have inspired you on this journey, but also that are actively influencing you towards the right path in the competition. We talked about this earlier, right? The charisma and the personality. Do you think that charisma and certain personality traits is something that we are born with or that we can learn as we go in life?
Most people are born with charisma, but I believe charisma is something that needs to be worked on. You need to better it. You need to work on yourself. You need to show people that you have it in you.
Mhm.
So it's something that people need to build on. Feel me? It's just something that people need to build on.
Yes, I agree. I agree. Thank you so much. Okay. One of the topics that I've been talking about on my channel recently is having a vision when you join a competition, something that goes beyond only the title or winning the competition. For example, let's say you might join a competition because you also want to improve your communication skills. So during your preparation, you focus on the Q&A, and then whatever happens during the pageant, whether you win or not, you have better communication skills at the end of it. Was there an aspect of your preparation that you really wanted to focus on or something that you wanted to improve about yourself when you decided to join Misters of Nigeria?
Okay, Misters of Nigeria. When I first joined Misters of Nigeria, I lacked so many qualities. So many qualities.
Really? I don't believe that.
Is that you don't believe it?
I don't believe it.
I lacked so many qualities. I said it before. I said it before. I was new into pageantry. I had no idea about things that happen in the pageant space. But joining the Masters of Nigeria pageant we went through a series of tasks and activities that helped shape us, broaden our knowledge, and inspire us to do the same. And I really hope the next generation or the next set coming before me join the Masters of Nigeria, join the world of pageantry to be able to improve themselves, improve their communication skills, and whatever aspect it is that they are trying to better.
That's very, very good. And honestly, I still don't know. I think that you have it together. So I don't. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But what do you think has been perhaps the biggest challenge that you had to overcome to make it where you are now?
One of the biggest challenge I had was my communication skills. I didn't really know where to start from, even as a law student. But when you have the right direction in life, you have the right purpose. I was able to meet different coaches who were able to teach me how to, communicate with people. My team, Masters of Nigeria, they have been able to educate me, impact my life in so many different ways. It has shaped me into the person I am today.
It's awesome. I mean, that's what it's all about, right? There's also growth, challenges, and overcoming obstacles in the journey.
Yes.
Good stuff. Okay, so talking about the journey and the title and all of the things that we have mentioned here and there. Earlier, you acknowledged Samuel, of course, who is our reigning Mr. International from Nigeria. So technically, this year, you're aiming for a back-to-back victory, something that is very, very hard to pull, something that is very challenging. So how do you approach this entire challenge?
The reigning Mr. International, King Samuel Nwajagu, he did a feat that most people thought was impossible. But I'm here to expand history. I'm here to, write my own journey. I'm here to leave the door wider for the next generation of people who are going to walk through that same door. I've worked hard for this moment. I've put in the energy, I've put in the work, and I'm really excited that I'm on the right path and hope that the growth shows on the international stage.
Yes, absolutely. That's actually a very good point, because one of my follow-up questions was, of course, that Samuel has been able to build his legacy in a way as a reigning Mr. International. So I was wondering, for you being his successor as a Mr. International Nigeria and now aiming for the title of Mr. International, would you like to continue his legacy, or would you like to write your own?
I see myself as a distinctively confident person. I am me. I'm yet to expand history. I'm not yet to write King Samuel's or continue King Samuel's legacy. I'm yet to, write my own history. I'm all about the growth I see in myself. I always want to be better.
Yes, absolutely. I love that. I love that. It's not about becoming someone else. You can still be yourself in your own lane, put the messages that you want to put out there, but still continue the legacy of what the others before you have done, right?
Yes.
Last year, when Samuel was crowned, when technically he won the title of Mr. International 2024, we had an interview as well, and then we were just catching up about his story. And one of the things that I remember vividly is that it was so inspiring to me, because he was the first man from Nigeria to win the title, but he was also the first man from Africa to win the title. So suddenly, his victory represents new opportunities for men, not just from Nigeria, but from an entire continent, right? So in what ways would you like to leave a mark, to leave an impact as well that will open doors for other men?
I am the founder of the Rising Kings Initiative, a boy child inspired initiative. I want to inspire boys in the society to believe in themselves, to believe in their dreams, to be an inspiration to people. And I'm very happy I've been able to do this. Actually embarked on this project since I was 19 years. So I'm really happy I have been able to, inspire the generation. King Samuel achieved the feat not only for Nigeria, but also for Africa. And he has also
Yes.
inspired people to, do same. It's one of the reasons why I embarked on this journey, and I hope I'm able to, inspire the next generation of men to come.
I know you're doing it already because earlier, I mean, I think you saw it like when I posted the little poster for our interview, put it on
Yeah.
Instagram, I put it on Facebook, and I got so many messages. So clearly people are receiving your message, they're rooting for you, they're behind you. So it's a good thing to see that your message is reaching the right audience, right? You mentioned that you've been working on your social project since you were 19.
Yeah.
Most kids or young men, young adults, let's say at 19 years old, they're thinking about other things. I'm 29, so if I think 10 years ago when I was 19, I was mostly I just wanted to play video games with my friends and stuff. What inspired you to want to start this project at such a young age?
At a young age, I wanted to always be an inspiration to people. I wanted to have the right guidance in life. My dad gave me the guidance I needed to, thrive in the society. But looking back at all of this, I saw most of my classmates, my neighbors, friends, they all lacked the right guidance to excel in life, to become responsible and better versions of themselves. So looking back at all of this, I decided to kickstart the Rising Kings project. And I'm really glad I've been able to inspire a few boys. I've been able to, help boys. For example, I was able to send a boy to school. I had to pay his school fees and all of that, the little way I could. And really amazed and happy at his growth. He's been having good grades, and I'm really excited that I actually started this project.
That's awesome. Honestly, congratulations to you. You're doing an incredible job, and we need more kings like you, please.
Thank you very much.
And that's very true, because I feel especially sometimes in the world of like male pageants, because obviously I feel like when it comes to the girls, right, and the Miss pageants, it's a bigger industry. Usually there's more attention that goes into it. So there's often more structure. The girls have more support and, just in the things that they do as beauty queens. But when it comes to the male side of things, which is a growing industry right now, I feel like it's bigger than it has ever been. One of the things that sometimes I felt like lacked was the social project part of it. A lot of men will join the competitions and they will have incredible physique. Some of them were very eloquent, but not all of them had like a clear and defined social project. So I feel like that's so important in today's industry to showcase that it's not just about a face, a body, or like how you speak, but that your heart and what you're doing for others is just as important, right? So I feel like you embody the full package in that sense. Um, okay, so that's technically one of the following up questions that I had. Basically, I was mentioning that if you win, how would you like to use the platform of Mr. International to showcase that male pageants are more than just appearances and photo shoots? Basically, now that if let's assume that you win that platform, that you win the title, where would you like to expand your social projects?
When I win the Mr. International title,
Yes, yeah.
I want to expand and broaden. I want to use the platform to broaden the Rising Kings initiative. I want more boys to be seen. I want more boys to be heard. I want boys in the society to be responsible, to be emotionally aware, and to, be respectful leaders. I want young boys in the society to become better versions of themselves and grow. These are areas that if I win this title, I'll be able to, oversee and overcome.
Mr. International is starting like very, very soon. So I guess that in just a couple of days, all of the delegates from all over the world will finally arrive. What is it that you're mostly looking forward when it comes to the competition itself?
I'm looking forward to the brotherhood. I want to meet a lot of my brothers. I want to communicate with them. I've only seen them online, so I want to, have a meal with them, embrace the whole brotherhood. And I want to also see the growth. I want to excel in every area of my life. So I'm looking forward to Mr. International. I'm really excited and pumped for the competition.
I can only imagine that having a background as a model and in fashion, maybe the more like in-person activities like the preliminary competition and just like runway activities will be a
Yeah.
little bit easier for you. How do you gather like where do you get your confidence from in order to be your best self on stage?
Fashion model as a whole has taught me the importance of presence and no power, and this is something that has affected so many areas of my life. You feel me? So I'm really excited that I've been able to, practice, know how to walk, how to perform, and yeah, that's it.
Here you are, giving your best. Perfect. So, I also want to the goal through the interviews is also to showcase like a little bit more of a vulnerable side of the queens and the kings that I get to talk to. So I was wondering if you were sitting right now in front of your mother or your father, what would you want them to know about the man that you have become today?
If I'm with my mom, my dad, my parents, my siblings, I want them to know that I have become a responsible and respectful young man. I want them to know that I'm someone who inspires people, who makes people believe in their dreams, because they also believed in me. My team, Misters of Nigeria, have pushed me past my limits. They have made sure that I brought out the best in me. So if I'm with my parents, I want them to know all of this. Know that I'm a changed person. Know that I have become a better version of myself.
Absolutely. That's so beautiful. And I'm pretty sure that your whole family is very proud of you right now. I mean, what you've been able to accomplish is remarkable. So they must be very, very proud of you.
Very, very proud of me. My family, the whole of Nigeria, is very, very proud of me and excited. They're really happy. They are behind me and they have been supporting me since day one. I really appreciate it. I'm grateful.
Okay, so going now into Mr. International, when all is said and done, right? So at the end of it all, whatever happens in the end, title or no title, how do you want Nigeria as a country or even Africa as a continent and just the world in general to remember you?
I want them to remember me as someone who is hardworking, someone who is an advocate for the boy child, someone who has been an inspiration and is still an inspiration, most especially to the young people in the society. I want my country to be very proud of me, title or no title. I want them to see the growth, the real growth in me. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. My guess is that, I mean, so I can only imagine that with Samuel's victory last year at Mr. International, it kind of reignited the pageant industry back home in Nigeria, right? So I was just taking a look earlier this year at the batch of candidates who joined the national competition, and you had so many quality contestants, men who were really, really prepared and who were really ready to fight for the title. So as a national title holder now, how would you like to continue helping the local industry um, to to help it continue growing as it has been doing?
First of all, is I need to represent my country on the international stage properly, because the same way King Samuel did his, he inspired me, inspired a lot of people, and made all of us to step on the national stage. I want to also do same. I want people to see me and want to join the world of pageantry. I want people to look at my performance and want to join the Masters of Nigeria. And I'm really excited. Really, really, really excited.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Bethel. So before we wrap up the interview, I want to give you a chance to just address the audience if you have any message that you would like to share with them, or if you want to tell them how to support you on this journey, because I know that there will be a couple of activities, voting involved and stuff like that. So where can they find you and how can they support you?
Okay, you can support me on Instagram, on TikTok. My name on Instagram is Bethel_Damian. Yeah, my TikTok handle is Bethel_Damian1. So I really appreciate all the support everyone has been showing me since day one. I'm really grateful. Voting is ongoing right now, and we are there. We are getting there.
Yes,
I want to say everyone should support me. The link to the vote is on my bio, and I promise to make everyone proud.
Thank you so much, Bethel, for your time. Listen, I just want to say before you go, I've been keeping an eye on you ahead of our interview, even before we scheduled this. So I can only say that you have so much potential. You have it all in you. I hope first and foremost that you really enjoy this experience, that you learn from it, that you grow from it, that you embrace the challenges. and that at the end of the day, the outcome is exactly what your heart desires. And also, I hope that everyone watching us can really support you on your journey. As a content creator, in the pageant sphere, I've been able to see how there is like a new renaissance when it comes to pageantry in Nigeria as of recently. And it's so beautiful to see everyone back home get together, get behind their contestants to represent them well, internationally. So I wish you nothing but the best. If you need anything at all, I'm just a message away. We're rooting for you all the way.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
You're most welcome. All right. So thank you everyone for watching us until the end. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. If you want to support Bethel as well, all the links will be in the description down below. And we'll see you soon with another interview and more content. So stay tuned for that. Thank you, everyone.